Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm gonna make a video on doing some hand sanitizer. So obviously right now it's one of those things where it's quite a commodity. It's either too expensive or not available, and we all know that this is one thing that is very important on top of the precautions such as social distancing, wearing a mask, wearing gloves, and then the third thing, like I said on one of my other videos, is hand sanitizer. So this is Purell. I'm sure that you guys know the brand. We have a little bit left. Well, I mean that's what is that? A quarter of a bottle left. And actually, this bottle is from a few years back, so the alcohol content probably has depleted, but we can still use the aloe vera glycerin content in it, right? So the idea is that I'm gonna do something that will help you guys sort of think about taking advantage of this bottle here that you have. It's already labeled, meaning it already says it's hand sanitizer. Once we mix it, it's not going to be the Purell brand name anymore. It's going to be our own concoction, but still going to be as effective. And so I'm going to go through some of the things that you would need first, number one, and then optionals. Number one is going to be a bottle. And I'm going to reuse this bottle and sort of recycle whatever I have left here and make one full bottle again. So that should be a handy way of dealing with the current conditions. Obviously, when these things are readily available anymore, just go buy it, But this is a good way to sort of tackle the habit tackle the issue with a little bit of innovation, creative innovation. So you do need alcohol. This is isopropyl alcohol. So basically, is rubbing alcohol, and it's 99%. And this is from Costco. Most of this stuff is from Costco, Amazon. It doesn't matter where you get it. If you can get it, get it. It's pretty cheap at Costco, just so you guys know. 4 of these bottles, 4 times 500 milliliters, it was only $10. So, that's actually pretty cheap. This is isopropyl alcohol. It's a type of alcohol that is dangerous and poisonous, not like the drinking alcohol. I'm sure you guys know, but anyways, this. I believe this is propanol, which is you can't drink it. You drink it, you go blind. Either that or you're just poisonous, right? So this is a must. 1, hydrogen peroxide is another must. And as you know, hydrogen peroxide is antibacterial, antiviral cleaner. So this one was from Costco as well, same brand. And then witch hazel. Witch hazel is liquid. It's a type of plant, and you guys can look it up. It has some antibacterial, antifungal uses. So this is the third one, and then I'm gonna use castor oil. I already have this, so that's the reason why I'm gonna be using it. If you guys can get aloe vera gel or glycerin, then you can use that, but this is what I'm gonna use. Then as optional, I have tea tree oil. That's optional. Essential oils, optional. Peppermint, I have peppermint here, and I also have lavender, which is right here. So those are optional. These ones I got from Amazon. It doesn't really matter the brand, but These are sort of the optionals to make it smell good, sort of thing. But there is studies that show tea tree oil does have antiviral, antibacterial properties. So, but you don't need much of it. And a bottle of this essential oil is quite expensive. So I'm just gonna put a number of drops in my bottle. So let's go ahead and do it. So number one is also always going to be the alcohol content. That's the most important part. So the content should be about 60% or higher alcohol content, right? So if you consider that 60%, that means we will need to have half plus a little bit more. I'm gonna make it a little bit higher just in case, I guess. You can just use it as a just in case. So without getting too scientific, halfway point is about here, let's say. And I'm gonna go to a little bit higher to make it 60%. So this part is already, the pre-mix. This is Purell's pre-mix, right? They say it kills 99% of germs. So this is already done, right? So my 60% is going to be here at the A point. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. Open this one as well. They usually have this safety piece of film on the top. Just open that and obviously pour carefully. And go to the A. And that's it, right? So that's alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. That's the number one, done. Then you go to peroxide. So there's a few mixtures online. I have a lot of this stuff, so I'm just gonna improvise and put a little bit more than I need of this. So this bottle is already open, but just gonna go ahead and go up to the top of the P. That's it. So hydrogen peroxide, that's number two. And then number three, we have witch hazel. So witch hazel, I'm gonna be putting in about up to there. I know it's not very scientific. The witch hazel is more of a cutting agent for me, or for this batch. And then castor oil. You have to be careful about castor oil. It will separate, so it's one of those things where you have to shake it before you use it. So I'm just gonna, and it's really just to make it so that it's not too drying on the hands. And that's it for now, right? I'm gonna be putting in a little bit of peppermint oil, maybe like 10 drops or so. 10. One more good for good luck. Tea tree oil, which is shown to have antibacterial, antifungal, so I'm going to put a little bit more in there, about 20 drops. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So the essential oils also give it a bit of a smell, fragrance, and lavender also as well. So I'm going to put 10 drops of that. All right, and that's it. So I have a little bit more left to go, so I'm just going to go ahead and shake it up first. And it is going to be mixing in with the original Purell, which is the, it's a combination of glycerin and a few of the ingredients. So aloe, glycerin, and then obviously the alcohol originally is now all mixed into this bottle. So with this extra left here, I'm gonna go and probably fill it up with either a little bit more oil or just some. If you put water in it, is fine. Water, as long as it is distilled or filtered reverse osmosis water. So the idea of having this bottle now, you're thinking, well, how are you going to use that? It's so watery. Well, the idea is that you're going to be filling it up using this as a fill-up bottle for these handy portable tools. So these ones are the plastic ones. I think these ones are the ones that they give away in like with some branding. I just ripped off the branding, and also this one as well. So they're little spritzers. So you can see that, spritz it on and you can do your thing. This one is from Amazon. They were really inexpensive. It's just a glass bottle with a spritz top. So this one's actually pretty good. You can see that it sprays sort of in a mist, in which case the reason why I promote using like this is because you need that alcohol to be pretty low viscosity. That way when you pour it in here, you're able to spritz it out. If it's too high of a viscosity, it just won't really spray. The spray is going to be too thick, and it's just not it's just not going to work very well. So now that it is nice and runny, I can refill this one. This one is sort of halfway, so the idea is now just going to be, it's probably a good idea to sanitize your hands before you do this as well, because obviously you don't want to taint your mixture, right? So in here, oops, sort of overfilled a little bit, so I'm just gonna put some in here. All right, and then so you got this one filled. I can fill this one up as well, and also fill up this one. So there you go. Now you have portable hand sanitizers, and like in my other video, I was promoting usage of gloves and masks. So might as well review that again, because that was just, it was a very, very important thing. The three things that I was promoting, and in fact, I think all the experts should be promoting this and just educating people in how to do this. So these nitrile gloves, I have a pair of black ones here. They make it in blue. There's light blue ones and these black ones. I like the black ones just because they're a little bit thicker. They are actually thicker, and they're a little bit more rip resistant. So I have a box of these. I'm just gonna go grab one more glove. So these gloves are very valuable right now. A box of gloves probably run you $20 if you can buy them. So a box of 100 gloves. So that's 50 pairs, $20. And if you could buy them great. If you can find them, sure. But the idea is that with the use of hand sanitizer, you would be able to recycle your gloves. Okay, well, not recycle. Let's just say reuse your gloves for a few days before you throw them away. If you're careful with them and don't be too rough with them, they will last like a week. Of course, it depends on what you're doing. If you're working in them all day, or if you're depends on what you're doing basically, right? But gloves, mask, and hand sanitizer. Those are the three main things. So the idea is that you would sanitize your hand first. My hands are already sanitized from before, so make sure that they're clean with the hand sanitizer. It's antibacterial, antifungal, viral. So the idea is that your hands are clean. Wash your hands, sanitize, and then put in your gloves. That way, you're not going to get a bacterial or fungal infection on your fingers or hands, because if you have these gloves on all day and you have that bacteria in there, then it's obviously going to cause some sort of bacterial or fungal or viral growth, and that's sort of beats the purpose of what we're trying to do. So now that you have your gloves on, these gloves are pretty form-fitting for me. These are medium. They're tight, and they should be tight. Okay, so hand sanitize before you put them on, and as you go throughout the day, you have your hand sanitizer on you. Okay, have them on you. That way, when you go about your day, you touch things, you're shopping, you touch products, whatever it may be, and whoever before you might have touched it and got it dirty, and who knows, right? They may have the virus or whatever it may be. So when you touch it, then your gloves have virus particles on there. So sanitize your gloves. Sounds silly, right? But you know what? If you sanitize your gloves, you're protecting your hands, because alcohol can be drying. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of glycerin and moisturizing things like aloe vera in your hand sanitizer, is still gonna dry up your hands. And in fact, you shouldn't be putting too much isopropyl onto your bare hands, because your skin, your epidermis is porous, and anything you put on your hands actually gets soaked into your bloodstream. So you don't want to have too much isopropyl going into your bloodstream. All right. So sanitize your hand, and sanitize your gloves as you go throughout the day. I usually carry 2 of these, either that or one of this. So I know that, just in case I misplace one of them and I need it, I'm not gonna, be scrambling and having some issues. So when you sanitize your gloves, then if you need to scratch your face or adjust your mask, then you can adjust your mask. Sanitize before adjusting your mask. Make sure you do that. You have to make that into a habit. So now you can adjust your mask, do whatever you need to do, and then go about your day. And at the end of the day, or when you get home from shopping or whatever, make sure you sanitize your gloves again. Okay, sanitize your gloves before you take them off. So sanitize before you take them off, and I'll show you why in a second. You want to sanitize before you take them off, because just in case you have that habit of putting your thumb into your gloves to take it off, then your sanitized thumb, will not contaminate the inside of your gloves. And the experts say that people shouldn't be wearing gloves because they don't know how to use gloves. Meaning the proper way to take off a pair of gloves is to go inside out and throw it away. But you don't, you really shouldn't be throwing these things away. So the idea is that you would let it dry and then reuse them. If you guys are, if you have access to a lot of gloves, then fine, throw them away. But if you can imagine how many of these gloves, how much we're going to be going through, and how many millions and, well, actually how many billions of gloves will end up in a landfill, right? It's just crazy. I say to reuse them, okay? So when you're done, then hand sanitize your hand. Then go wash your hands with soap, water, and then go eat your dinner, okay? Actually, you should probably keep your gloves on. If you bought groceries, you should be wiping your groceries down, especially the packages, cardboard boxes and whatnot, with not hand sanitizer, with a bleach solution. We can go through that next time. But I think there's a bunch of videos online or on sanitizing your groceries before putting them in the fridge anyway. Okay, so there you have it. This is like so important now, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned something from it, got something from it, and I hope this helps people protect themselves, stay clean, stay healthy. And yeah, I will have some more videos. You guys take care and subscribe, comment on my videos, and go from there. Take care. See you soon.